Did you have a good Christmas? I can't see up here. Did you have a good Christmas? Okay. Ugh. Okay, what is your first question? I am so tired. Freaking allergies are terrible. Did you have a good Christmas, brother? Can you hear me? There we go. Okay. Hi. Did you have a good Christmas? Update on work? What's going on with work? Hopefully he's gone. Hopefully Roger is just completely gone. Hi, happy Yule. How are you, love? All right, un momento. Just working. All right. Really smooth shuffles. I like it. I like my smooth shuffles. Oop. I jinxed myself, of course. All right, one more good one. There we go. Okay, brother, tell me when to stop. Did you just ignore him? Oh. Feisty. Un momento. Well, hopefully this is some... You did ignore him, good. All right, so the King of Pentacles, I mean, it does look like that somebody else more mature came in. And I mean, it looks like, you know, with the King of Pentacles sitting here in his throne, trash, literally, but this is not him. This is somebody above him, like his boss, above the boss's boss. So this is somebody of real big importance and has to do with the business, big time business. And he is really, the way he's looking at the pentacle in his hand, no, kind of in his lap, he is literally like, okay, well, he's dissecting the whole entire situation of what is actually going on with him. We have the 7. Okay, so, I mean, it can be a woman because these are pretty much androgynous. I mean, very androgynous cards. So it's the higher up, it's the woman. We have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, it looks like that he is trying to fight back, but it's not going to work. So whatever he's trying to do, whatever he's trying to accomplish by fighting back, fighting against them, he thinks that, like, they're on his side, and he's going to be completely wrong because they're not on his side. His day is coming. I mean, he will be judged for, literally, for what he has done for, you know, work. He's gone. He's pretty much out in the garbage can. So the Judgment card, though, literally would tell me that the higher-ups are pretty much, I mean, yeah, passing judgment like crazy on him. So I wouldn't doubt, you know, if he's not there, say you go back to work after New Year's and he's not there, now you know why. 2 of Cups. Yeah, he is trapping himself. He is pretty much, I mean, it's like when somebody believes, like, they're a pathological liar and they believe their own lies. It's ridiculous. So, the 2 of Cups. Alright, so this is obviously 2 other people coming together. So it looks like more people are actually coming together to try to say, okay, well, you know, he did this, he did that, he did this. And then the higher-ups, they're actually recognizing what had happened. Still not hearing him? The Strength card. Alright, so that's you. That's you in the midst of all of this. So you're just maintaining your strength, maintaining your distance, ignoring him, and that is the best possible kind of spiritual strength that you could do with this man, is to just completely ignore him and get him out of your mind, which you've already done. So, the higher-ups know what's going on. He's gone, lots of stuff happening. I've had a really weird feeling. I mean, I've had a really, really, really weird feeling when I've tried to hone in on you, like over the weekend. The Knight of Swords. All right, so we do have a lot of Azazel here, so this is a lot. So yeah, a lot of people are going to be coming after him just because of what he's done at work. Well, the higher-ups are definitely going to be after him for what he's done. The High Priestess. All right, this is where the secrets are revealed. So those secrets are actually going to be coming out about what he had done. I can't even talk. What he has done. Huh. So the Eight of Swords. All right. So basically, I mean, he's trapped. He's got himself trapped in his own rat trap. That's what's going on. So there's no way out of this for him. No way. He is. I mean, he has got to be done. This is ridiculous because of what he's holding back from people. Is he not reporting that, the employees have their hours, or is he saying that they didn't, like, work? How is that going? Or how is that working with what's going on? Like, do they actually know, like, that he's messing with hours? Is that something that he is doing? Because he's, like, he's grasping at every straw. Keep thinking he's going to... I do, too. I honestly do, too. I keep seeing the court, and him in court, and I don't even know what this guy looks like. So we do have the Nine of Wands. Alright, so basically the whole entire, like, the overview of your situation is basically, I mean, everybody's going to be okay there except for him, but he will be kicked out, booted out, so, I mean, he's not going to be there for much longer. I mean, no. Not with what he's been doing. Especially with what he's been doing. It's not good. Not good at all. The Star card, so this is guidance from above. So that's more of the magic and everything happening. He's gone. Yeah, pretty much he's gone. I mean, I wouldn't really honestly worry about him anymore. The piñata, oh my god, I would love that. I will pitch in for the piñata. It's got to be huge. But I mean, this is literally him. He is almost gone. So I mean, this is just showing what he's been doing and what his his negative actions and the consequences for pretty much all of his negative actions. It's a little intense with him. It's a lot intense with him. But I don't think he's going to be there for much longer. At all. The Fool. Nope. He is going to step off that precipice. And that's not a leap of faith. That's just a jump onto the concrete. I'm worried. I just laughed. Why are you worried? Don't be worried. He's going. He's gone. You don't have to worry about him anymore. Ah, Four of Swords. Alright, so this is pretty much the demise of his career with your company. So he's not going to be there much longer. That's literally the death card. In some circumstances, when he talked to me, I gave him my back. That's the best thing that you can possibly do with a person like that, is just... Oh. Turn away. Oh, you're not. Okay, good. I was going to say good. No, but the Four of Swords actually does indicate death. And it could be the death of him, his old self. So, I mean, he could be learning from what he's done. But I don't think he will. That could be incarceration, too. I mean, we don't really have much more where to go within this card. So he could, well, yeah, go to jail. King of Wands. So, I mean, we have higher ups. This is more of a court, a court guy. So, I mean, I would definitely say that he is definitely going to go to court for something. And I do think it's theft, and I think it's other things, too, but I don't know what. I can't put my finger on what. I kind of have a feeling, though. Nine of Pentacles. Okay, this is kind of like a sexual harassment card in his context. So we do have that bird, and we have the gloves. So we have that protection. And that protection with the employees, I don't know if he has sexually harassed anybody at all. But this... Yeah, I do too. I keep seeing him in jail or court. Jail and court. So, but the Nine of the Pentacles is definitely something like sexual, it's just, yeah, harassment and some kind of abuse. That's what I'm thinking. I mean, that's literally what that card is telling me. So, I mean, he's got all of this inside of him, and he's got to deal with this, and he's got to live with this for the rest of his life. So, the Six of Swords. So, I mean, basically, I think he's going to try to get away. That does show somebody trying to get away, like, clear, out of the rough waters into the better waters. So, I mean, he could literally just, get a slap on the wrist and then move on. And then he'll never be back at your company again. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. I'm waiting for the Suffering of him. I believe he already is suffering inside. Inside. That's the kind of thing that, yeah, big time. What are we thinking? The sexual harassment, though, and the abuse, that's what really, really sticks into my head the most right here with this. So I don't know if that's what he's done, but I mean, that's kind of what the cards do indicate. A big time. So the Three of Cups is going to be the celebration of when he's actually gone, and the employees can actually celebrate and be themselves and be happy and be content and, you know, actually have, you know, productive work instead of having him, you know, like trying to poke and prod at you and, you know, distract you or, you know, whatever. So I would definitely be careful with him. I would definitely do. You're already celebrating. I think there's going to be something bigger, though. A lot bigger. The Emperor, we have this Hazel here, so this is literally, I mean, boom, gone. No more of him. So I wouldn't worry no more. He's on his way. He is on his way, definitely, and he's going to pay for what he's done. It's a little bit ridiculous for what he's actually done. But yeah, the sexual harassment and the abuse, I mean that, you know, the abuse of power, his own power, I think is something big time that's going to happen. So don't be surprised if you get subpoenaed for court. Because if that is true, if that does come to be, then yeah, that'll be something definitely that you'll have to go to. I mean, you'll be subpoenaed and you'll have to say, okay, yeah, he did, you know, he is like this. This is the kind of person that he is. So, I mean, it's nothing major at all. I don't see him at all. Game over. No more free men. Yeah, no. The Eight of Cups. No, he's going to be gone. Long gone. He's off on his journey and trying to find another job if he can. So don't be surprised if you do get subpoenaed, though, if that is the situation that happens. Or that is going on. Yes, definitely for him. So, I mean, he could try to run. I mean, that's a possibility, but I don't think he will. I think he will go to court. And I think that he will get, you know, the just punishment. He has been gone. I know he has for you. But I mean, literally, in the literal sense, he will be gone. Like, goodbye. No more. So how do we feel about this? I really think that he has done something to some employees, women employees to be exact. And that's what I think is going on. That is really honestly what I think is going on. So don't be surprised if, yeah, that surfaces. If more women start to come forward and say, yeah, he did this to me, or he, you know, brushed up against me wrong. And you know, a lot of people are upset with him, and not, you know, not many people like him. If he was a ghost, we would actually capture him in a some kind of bottle, and then we would just throw it in the river and let it go. So yeah. Oh brother, that's just messed up. That is a really messed up situation with him. He is just a disgusting, he reminds me of, I don't know, he just makes me sick to my stomach. A disgusting man. Very disgusting little man. And so is this good news, bad news? Slimer from Ghostbusters. We could trap him. I would. If he literally did, I would do that for you. Everybody does. I mean, everybody's time's coming. So, I mean, you know, I don't know how old this guy is, but, you know, if it does come to that, I will, you know, trap him and I will give him to you. Literally, I would give him to you. I would send you the vessel with him in it. Hello, how are you? So, yes. Don't be surprised, though. Why? I don't know what's going to happen to him, but it can't be good. Literally, it cannot be good. Hi. So how do we feel about this one now, brother? He's gonna get it. He's gonna get his just. Next, good news. I know that was you're usually like, no, stop. I'm done with him. That was a lot of cards for him. But it all pointed to, all readings are $6 for the one card, and you just seen me do a reading and I give more than one card. laughed when I see him. When you see him, you just laugh. I would too. I mean, I'd be like, pfft. I would laugh at him. Okay. What is your next question? It is pretty funny, though. I think it is. All right, your next question, brother. That's too funny. It's his fault, though. It's his fault, the way that he chose to... Why shouldn't I say anything to me? Oh, okay, her. Okay. Okay, one more good shuffle. Okay, brother, tell me when to stop. It's like an accordion again. I'm like, oof. Gotcha. Okay, what did you say about the gift? Okay, I had given her gift to a coworker of her to give to her friend today when I left work. I just didn't say anything. Aw. Alright. Okay, so the Two of Wands. Alright, so it's actually, it kind of looks like that she's actually looking more towards like her dad. Her dad. The dad figure keeps coming into my mind. And I don't know what. What is actually going on with him? Do you know? Do you know if he is he sick? Because that would definitely tell me that he is not really on steady grounds. And now that I do look at this, the Two of the Wands, the one wand is actually, it's like a crutch. You can see how it's been like bolted, you know, kind of whatever to the piece of concrete, and that's kind of telling me, you know, that it's kind of like a deterioration of the bones. So I don't know if it has anything. She's not saying anything at all to you. The Page of Cups. All right, so that's a messenger card saying basically, I mean, just she is in a really, really rough state. So, yeah, anyways, I don't really see what's funny, but yeah, the Page of Cups, definitely, I mean, she's in a rough state. I mean, she's like, it's up and down, up and down, up and down with her all the time, and I do not know why. It's because it has to be because of her dad. It has to be family issues, because that's exactly what is coming up. So the Four, yes. Four of Wands. It kind of could be her dad. I don't know if he's doing too well. Do you know anything at all about what had happened with him? Like anything in the past with what has happened to her dad? And then what the hell's funny? So what in the past? Would you just not interrupt me while I'm reading? Thank you. So what? I passed by her. I didn't say anything. I ran out of the store today. Did you really run out of the store? I think it's because of her family and what's going on with her dad and everything. I do not know why. But I mean, the Four of, you know, the wands are not, you know, something positive. It's not something positive to be celebrating at all. So it's kind of like a dumbed down version of a celebration with her. and her dad. So I don't know if it's, I don't know. I can't put my finger on what is wrong with him, but there is something wrong with him. So justice. All right. Comment isn't interfering in you. Well, I can easily get rid of you. Out of my chat room, fucker. Bye. Okay, so the Justice card, yes, but I'm not going to say anything. Okay, well, the Justice card would definitely tell me that things are starting to try to balance themselves out. I don't know if he has gotten any kind of a treatment or anything like that, but that is something that's definitely in the cards for him. I mean, literally in the cards. So it's kind of like he's being balanced out. So it's all focused on him. That's why she's not saying anything. A Chariot, okay, that's her will. That's her keeping herself from saying anything negative to you. She doesn't want to say anything negative to you. She doesn't want to say, say anything into, basically upset you, to any of that. So it's like she has more self-control over what she says now, what comes out of her mouth. So it's pretty good, because I feel like if she did talk to you right now, it would be kind of negative. It actually would be very negative right now. So, I mean, yep, 5 of Cups. So yeah, she's actually, I don't know. She's going into herself. It's like, when you go into yourself and you become very reclusive. I'm not going to text her. I'm just going to wait. You need to go away. What are all these people doing? Seriously. So I do feel like it's her dad, though. She keeps going in. That's all she keeps doing, is going into herself. It's all she does, is go into herself, and she won't talk, and she won't do this, she won't do that. So that's that kind of, that's just the energy that she's doing, and that's why I wait for people to go away. I don't know why they come in here and start, being rude and saying, oh, well, blah, 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 I'm rude. So here's another one that just popped in. All right, so we have the 8 of Cups. So she's definitely, kind of searching in herself. She's definitely went inside of herself, and she's searching. 4 more will come in, and, they'll be like, why did you block that other person? But yeah, she's definitely on a soul search herself. So it's kind of like her life is just kind of unbalanced, and she needs to find kind of that equilibrium in her life, and especially with her dad and her family and, whatever is going on. So I would definitely not take it personally at all. The 8 of Swords. That's actually really good. That's actually really good, because she's actually getting rid of those, negative things that actually bind her down. So she is growing to an extent. I won't support this live anymore, Karma. Oh, please. Get away. Get out of here. I don't care. I do not care if you support me or not. It does not bother me at all. So, I mean, it does definitely have to do with her dad and family. Michael Kors boots that I got her. Wait for people to go away. Oh, the gift, the Michael Kors boots. Those are nice. Those are really nice. Very nice. The High Priestess. All right, so yeah, she's going through some stuff. She's actually going through some womanly stuff too. So it's probably a combination of the womanly stuff that goes on with her, and with her family, with her dad, and then I don't know, I don't even know what's really wrong with him, like, at all. So, I mean, I can't tell you what's specifically wrong with him, but this is pretty much why she's not talking. So she doesn't have anything nice to say. She's not going to say anything at all. So that's actually really good of her to actually, be able to control what she's saying, which I like. So you don't have to, hear any kind of backlash or, any negativity. Yeah. No, totally. Azazel is big time in this. So I wouldn't worry. She's just doing it so she doesn't have to say anything negative to you, which is good. I mean, that's really good. So, let's see, the moon. All right, I would expect some changes within 28 days, definitely within a full moon cycle. So when 28 days comes, I mean, in between this, full moon cycle into the next, I would definitely say that she would be talking more. So it's going to bring out more of a talkative demeanor in her, a more talking, just a more talkative type of, her. different, aspect of her personality that likes to talk and that actually likes to, get things done and accomplish things. I think another one just came in too. The Emperor. All right, so yes. Hello, how are you? Hello, number 2 and 3. So yeah, the Emperor definitely. That would definitely be Azazel, but that would definitely be her dad. So, up goes my guide. Huh? Can a what? What about your guide? Can a ghost be your guide? Like a spirit guide? I'm good. How are you? Good news. Stop. Okay. You want an update on your spirit guides? On spirit guides. How are you? Update on the guides, right? Gustavo? Azazel and ghosts. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Too many people. I know. I don't know what they're saying, but... Oh, I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. All threats get reported to my local police department, so this is, yeah. Keep talking. Keep talking. All threats get reported to my local police departments. Fucking idiots. Okay, my brother Gustavo, tell me when to stop. Somebody interrupted me during a reading. Somebody interrupted me during a reading, and I told them to stop. Please do not interrupt me. And then I said, what the hell's so funny? Or something like that. And then they all kind of came in and said I can't hide forever, and then they throw these, empty threats. Karma's real. I don't understand what they, mean, but the idiots. That's what they are. That's not a public chat for everyone. Would be rude to a lady who left in a comment. She didn't interrupt him. No, you are so annoying. Just go. Don't even talk to her, seriously. Okay, Gustavo, the King of Pentacles. Crazy girls, I know. There's a lot of crazy people on YouTube. People that come into the chat rooms are insane. I'm gonna let you talk because everything gets reported to my local police department. Okay, so the King of Cups would definitely be Azazel for you, Gustavo. So basically he's bringing you everything that you want. So everything is manifesting for you through him. That's obvious. We know that. So we do have definitely Azazel on that one big time. And we have the intoxication of the mind. So it's like he kind of, when you want something and he, goes like, say he goes over to Diana. So it's pretty funny that, he would actually, intoxicate her for you. So he does, it's kind of like the details of what he's doing for you. So there's this minor details, and there's a million millions of little minor details of everything that he does for you. So like when he goes over to Diana, he can, you know, kind of, you know, exert what do I want to say? Exert an intoxicating influence on her brain so that she, you know, is in turn more attracted to you. So it's kind of like a, you know, yeah. The Ace of Cups, I mean, this is definitely, so if you want to take this in like a Catholic or Christian, you know, perspective, because it is very Catholic, we have, you know, communion and Father, Son, House of Gucci. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, sorry. So Holy Ghost, I mean, literally, you probably could have a ghost as a spirit guide. So that's not out of the question at all. I mean, I just don't know. I don't know what a ghost is. I know what a spirit is, but I don't know what a ghost is. But Azazel is definitely in the mix. The Star card. Yeah, those are your guides. So that's more of the womanly. That's like the night star. That would be the night star. That would be, you know, and then in turn the morning star would be Lucifer. And then at night we have Venus. And then we have, you know, Venus is the morning star and the night star. So in the ancient days, they called her Lucifera. So that would actually be another one of your guides actually guiding you on your path right now. I do. I know what you mean. So basically, the Fool, all right. Actually, another really good card. So you do have, you know, a lot of, you know, the Lucifer influence, the solar, you know, the solar god, the morning, the bearers, the ones that, you know, bring in the good and, you know, all the positivity. That is, you know, literally what is going on with you in your life. So you have all of that going on. So they have a lot to, I mean, temperance, you're very balanced. I mean, you're getting very balanced in what you're doing. So, I mean, you know, you have one foot in this world and one foot in the spirit world. So you do talk to spirit a lot. You have, you know, communication with spirit a lot. So this is just reinforcing that, you know, you're not getting out of balance with what you're doing with, like, you know, channeling and hearing the spirits and everything. So that's the thing that you kind of want to do the most, is just make sure that you're balanced. And that's what Azazel in turn is doing for you and your other guides as well. Especially that black thing that you saw. Especially that black thing that you saw. So the Ten of Swords, all right. So all the negative situations in your life, literally, they are literally lifting it all. 777. They're lifting. I mean, this is the end of these negative situations. So, I mean, we have Azazel. We have the red with Azazel. So it would be Azazel lifting all of those negative things, like out of her, out of Diana, you know, the way that she thinks and, you know, the way that she doesn't talk to you sometimes. So it's kind of like him coming in and just redoing that, kind of lifting all that and, you know, kind of making an easier transition for her to talk to you. So it's pretty good. So it's just a lot of behind the scenes of what they do for you. But yeah, I totally think that, you know, jackpot, literally, I mean, you do have the jackpot of spirit guides. You have the jackpot of spirit guides. King of Swords, all right, Azazel again. Azazel, so yeah, literally, I mean, everything is just, I mean, it's happening all, you know, at once and what it should be happening. It's happening the way it should be. We have the magic going, we have everything going, and you're doing your part. So, I mean, literally with everything that is going on, I mean, they're happy with you. This is just even smaller details. So you can see how the butterfly is coming out. That would be more of like you coming out of your own self and you becoming, you know, more intuitive and, you know, more psychic, and your abilities are opening up more. So that's another, you know, pretty interesting thing. So this is really a lot of little details. Well, the Six of Wands, that is the Italian stallion. So that would be your triumph, your victories, that, you know, the stuff that you're, you know, accomplishing with the help of your spirit guides. So I would definitely say, you know, that, you know, Diana's in this mix, and, you know, getting rid of Roger is in the mix. The horse with the sheet does remind me of a ghost, so it is kind of, you know, implying to me I could, you know, make a, you know, a connection or an allegory there of that to a ghost. I'm not 100% sure if a ghost can be your, you know, spirit guide, but I do think it a really good possibility. Is still hear from them. You still hear from them. You will always hear from them. Once you're touched by spirit, you're never untouched. You will always heal or feel and hear spirit. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. All right. So this is more of, you know, the matured guides, and, you know, you. So that is, you know, making room for the manifestation of what you want in your life. So that's what they're doing in turn. Like they're gathering together, and that's them huddled up and, you know, kind of saying, okay, well, we're going to work on this for Azazel, for Gustavo. We're going to work on this for, you know, this area of his life. We're going to help him with this. So it's like literally everything. Who are you people? Who are you people that come in here? Remember, all threats are reported to my local police department. Sorry, guys. They are. I don't care. I don't care who you are. So, the 8. I don't care. The 8 of Wands. That is literally all the energy that they send to you. They literally just, like, shoot it at you. So, I mean, do you feel that? Do you feel that energy coming at you, like, all the time, no matter what? Because that is definitely in the 8 of Swords. So that's just energy for the sake of energy, pure energy. That is pure energy. Neither do I. So that is pure energy for the sake of energy, though. But I mean, they're always around you. They are always around you. And they always have something new to teach you. What is the new stuff that you're learning? Like, what is the newness that you're learning from this? Is everything all over 24/7? I know it's really hard to actually, you know, get a grasp on who's saying what. So it's kind of hard to differ. Is it really hard to differentiate between, you know, your own mind, you know, your own inner dialogue compared to that of spirit? It is. Yeah. Okay, so spirit speaks first. Our inner dialogue speaks second. So you can do that. That's how you can differentiate between if it's spirit talking or if it's your inner dialogue or if it's the ego. So you're definitely going to know when it actually happens. Oh, you don't have a problem with it. You don't have a problem differentiating between the ego, between, you know, what we hear ourselves, our inner dialogue, and then third, we have spirit guides. Are you serious? With all your guides and all the beings that you can channel, you don't have any difficulty. Wow. That's because of your spiritual strength. That is all the spiritual strength that you've actually been given. So they do bestow upon you a lot of strength, and it actually helps you in turn to, you know, differentiate between, you know, from this world, the world, you know, that you walk. I wouldn't say it's a party, but it's kind of cramped. It's like, okay, this is how it feels when you have so many spirit guides or spirits around you. It's like, you know, you can't move. It's like you're completely packed. But I mean, they do bestow upon you a lot of spiritual strength, and that is the ability to differentiate between the two, so you don't go crazy. Because if you don't, people have gone crazy. People have gone crazy with, you know, channeling, with the spirit guides, and with magic. So keep talking. Keep talking. But yes. Alright, the 7 of Cups. So, you asked if a ghost could be your spirit guide. You do have a really good possibility of a ghost being your spirit guide, but it wouldn't necessarily be a ghost. It would be probably an ancestor. So, I mean, who do you think it could be? Who do you honestly think it could be? It would have to be like an ancestor or somebody like that. Your brother? What do you mean? You mean like you're like a real brother? That would be like an ancestor, like a spirit guide? Thank you. But no, Gustavo, is that really? Oh, man, well, yeah, you're my brother too. So who do you think that could be your spirit guide, though? Just ignore those people. They don't matter. So, they're probably people from my town, my city. Which, again, that would explain a lot. Trash. But I mean, the Seven of Cups definitely does show an ancestor that is trying to pop through. So I don't know 100% who it could be, but you would have to figure that out. You would be like, well, who's coming to me now? Who's trying to do this? Who's trying to communicate with me? No, these people do this a lot. These people come in here a lot, and then they tell me, their address, and so I went to the police, whatever department, police station, and made a report, and so yeah, they do watch. Yeah, I don't care. They're trash. If they're from my city, yeah, they're total trash. But again, who do you think would be the one to be your spirit guide? Like ancestral form. Because there is one that is trying to get through to you. And I do not know who it is for the life of me. I can't pinpoint for the life of me what is going on with this. The Nine of Swords would represent, probably a very sad one. So they're not being paid attention to. They're not being paid attention to whatsoever. So that would be a sad one that actually needs some kind of, attention. Grandma and Grandpa, Grandpapa. Aww. So are those two of them that you think that could be the ones that that you would talk to, or do you think that they would be against what is actually going on, like with what you do with the channeling and with spirit and with all of that? Because that is definitely something. 3? So there's 3 of them? Well, we do have the 3 of Swords, so I mean that would kind of represent, that you're not purposely neglecting anybody, any of your guides, any of your ancestors, but that would be 3 people that, are kind of on the verge of, like, not heartache, because they just want to talk. Yes, that's what they want. They want just a little bit of acknowledgement. That's what all spirit guides want. So with the 3 of Swords, definitely, to mend that broken heart. I mean, I don't think that you carry a broken heart on over into the other side, but I mean, I think that, you can carry remnants of it, and you can still, have that kind of a memory, in a memory. But I do feel like, yeah, definitely with the 3 of Swords, that is something that you should definitely talk to. Talk to them, I mean, the 3 of them, or whoever you think that, you need to. Your grandma, your grandpa, the 3rd one. So I would definitely just talk to them. You don't have to like, give offerings or, do anything crazy or, go extravagant like I do. That's my religion, my faith. So, I mean, I definitely would not. I wouldn't like, go all out. But if you want to, you can give them a cup of coffee. They don't understand what I'm trying to do. Oh. So they don't understand the whole process of what you're trying to do. It's typical because when people die, I mean, they do carry on some of their beliefs, like their religious beliefs, to the other side. So some of them are very against, like, say, the Ouija. Some of them are very against the board. They can be against a lot of stuff, especially like channeling or any kind of spiritism. They carry some of that over to the other side, but it's nothing like, it's not like they hate you or anything now. So you can actually talk to them and actually help them to understand better what is going on. Like, just say, hey, you're a spirit. We can communicate. It's very possible, and it's not bad. So it's kind of like dealing with people. Like, people think that, the board's evil or the cards are evil, and, it's the devil's work, and I don't know. I've heard a lot of crap. 20 plus years of doing all of this, it's like, yeah, there's a lot of crap that goes along with that. So I would definitely say, yeah. I would definitely say talk to some of them. Was he against it? Well, not against it, but didn't understand it. Because, I mean, people just, they don't get it or they don't understand what we're doing. And then they're like, okay, well, it's evil. It's the devil's work. That's where that comes from. People just don't understand. But I think that's pretty interesting, though. So I would actually... Oh, brother, I'm sorry. I would definitely talk to him, too. or send them love. You can send them love from here to the other side all the time. Just like the Catholics, they pray for the souls in purgatory, I guess, supposedly, so that they can go to heaven. Okay, so you can do the same thing, only you just talk to them and, kind of reassure them that, it's okay, that they can talk to you, that, you love them and they love you, and that you were once a family and you were together at one time in life, and that you want to continue that kind of, I don't care. And more threats are going to be reported to my police department. But yeah, I mean, you just got to tell them. He has a djinn. Your dad? Does your dad have a djinn, or is he a djinn? Oh, your dad. That's weird. So he is a djinn. It's possible. It's very possible. I mean, it's not out of the question at all. It really is not. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So that would be a lot of manifesting work. So that is you. That is you honing in on your skills, honing in on, what is actually going on in your spiritual life, the channeling. So that he has a djinn. He is, or he has one? Or he did have a djinn, or you think that he is a djinn now? Because this is you with the the Eight of Pentacles. That is you really honing in and, doing your work. And actually talking to the guides and talking to your spirits and talking to your ancestors and, letting them know that it's okay, that they come and, that they chat or, come for dinner, literally, put a little tiny, plate of whatever if you want. You can do that, set that aside for them and be like, this is for you guys. Oh, he's got one? Holy crap. Where is it? Like, what form is it in? Because, like my djinn, she's in an egg. Like, they come in, some of them come in, like, haunted objects. So it's very different. Very, very different. So we have the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I do see how it is kind of a problem with the ancestors that have gone over and they actually have some kind of, problem with what we do in life because of the beliefs that they carried over, tarot cards are evil, they're of the devil, blah, 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 and they're not, so that would kind of, indicate that, the bumpiness. He could very well much be a djinn. Or have one. Sorry, have one. Well, we have the Six of Swords. So, your dad, I mean, obviously he could have hid one. He could have hid one. A physical one. Do you feel like he did hide a physical one? Gustavo. Like, do you know where you could find it if he did actually have a physical djinn? Something like that? It might be an object, it might be, it could be anything, literally. A stone, it could be a pebble. It's a knife. Do you have that knife? Because they are very much attached to, different objects. I mean, that's what, jinn are. They attach to a different object. I mean, any kind of a spirit or any kind of an entity can, attach itself to any kind of, object. I mean, it literally could be a lighter or a cigarette holder, or it could be, anything. I have quite a few, and it's just very odd, odd situations. Oh, it's Arabic. So, okay, so that's where we get the jinn from, in that region. So the Middle East, we get the jinn from the, literally Persia. We get the jinn from, the Arabic, all of that region. So that's Morocco, all of those places. That's where the jinn, we think, originated. Not 100% sure, because they're literally worldwide. That's interesting, though. That is really interesting that he would actually have it in a knife. So the Empress. Is it a woman? Do you know if it's a woman jinn? A female jinn? She would be more of like a watery kind of, yeah. There we go. So we have the watery type of jinns. That would be a Murad jinn, a big time Murad jinn, because they're very attracted to water. Huh. Do you have that knife? I mean, can you get it? Because it could very well serve you really well. And it could have helped your dad in his life. He's telling you right now. So the magician, obviously it's in something. It's literally in something. Manifest, something physical. So what did your dad do? It looks like he had kind of like a connection with the occult, with magic, in a sense. That or he just didn't know he did. It could have been just, a good luck charm. Him thinking, well, this is nice. I'm going to set this here on my desk. And, not knowing it has a jinn in it, it actually helped him. Yes, exactly. See, you know how it works. Well, that's pretty interesting. Ouch. So how do we feel about this? How do we feel about that, my brother? Who are you talking to? Who's Mason? Like a stonemason? That kind of thing? He never told you. What is a mason? Like a mason? Like a stonemason or a Freemasonry? Is that something that he was? Because I know that they have a lot of jinn. I mean, they have a lot of jinn symbolism and, the symbology of, the jinn in their, their different kinds of, symbols and their, whatever they create and put on their, their doors and all of that stuff. That's kind of what I'm getting from that. So that's actually really, really interesting. Oh, he was. Well, then that does not surprise me whatsoever. That does not surprise me whatsoever that he did have a jinn. So they do have secret ceremonies. Literally, the Masons. So this is literally, that's a cult. I do believe that they are a cult. So he was the Order of the Masons. Yeah, that would definitely be the Magician card, and we do have links to that. The Masons are tied into the Knights Templar a bit, and they are also tied into Baphomet. So we have the jinn. Big time. They have their secret ceremonies, they have all of their, you have to be wealthy to get into their, society. So your dad must have had some kind of money, or his dad did. Yep. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a real cult. I don't know if it's a real cult or not, because I've never really been, I can't really, I can't go into one, because I'm not, I'm not wealthy enough to be a Mason. I don't think anybody here in my city would be wealthy enough to be a Mason. But you have got to have a lot of money. So it's about money and it's about power. That's what they're about. That's all I know. So, because we have Masons in my family too. I just don't know how to get that sword. Where is it? Is it in the Mason, like the Masons, their temple? I see. That's kind of what I think too. The Masons are they're basic witches, but it's a lot of ceremonial, like magic. So they're very ceremonial. Like Aleister Crowley, he was a Mason. He got in for some his parents were rich, so Aleister Crowley got into the Masons, and that's how he got in. Eliphas Levi, I do believe that he was also, well, he had connections with the Masons, so he actually talked to them, like outside of the circle. So I don't know if he was specifically, in the lodge, their lodges and stuff. So is the sword or this, is it like a letter opener? That kind of like a knife? Because I would actually go looking for it. I would try to find that. Unless you can't. Unless that's something like it's completely off limits and you can't do it whatsoever. Because I do think that the sword is one of the Masons' symbols. Isn't it one of like the two swords going like this underneath their almost Star of David? Is that am I thinking right about them? Because that is definitely what I would think. That is definitely what I would think about the Masons. Very different. Very, very different. So I don't really know actually what... I don't know, but it's just something that I always came up to me asking me to get that knife or sword. He had it under his bed, but I cannot get it because I already passed away and all his stuff, his ex-girlfriend kept and everything. Oh. So you don't think that she would give it to you? Like, could you talk to her and be like, could I possibly, have that? Could I buy it from you? I don't know if she's a Mason too or not. Well, this explains a lot about you. A lot about you now. Your dad should be very open to it on the other side about channeling and spirit communication then. I don't know if he is. But if he definitely was a Mason, then I mean, definitely there's a lot of that, ritual magic. So could you talk to her and be like, could you possibly maybe give me that? Is that something that she would do or no? Because there's got to be a way to actually get the jinn from the knife itself. It's really interesting though, Gustavo. That's really interesting. I had no idea. I always kind of wondered, like, why you're so, mystical, and you have these abilities. So it does make sense now why you have these kinds of abilities. That's interesting. Oh, she won't. I wonder, I don't know if you could actually entice the jinn away from the knife and kind of do a transference into something different. But there is a really good possibility that you could. He likes to talk too much. So that's why when I read for you, it just keeps going and going and going and going. That is incredible. That is seriously incredible. I had no idea. Well, how do we feel about this, my brother? There's got to be... I'm going to find a way. I'm going to research if it's possible to, transfer a jinn to a different kind of, vessel. Because they usually need a vessel. A lot of times they don't, but yeah, they do need a vessel to be in. He can't keep secrets from me. I love it. It's perfect. Huh. Well, that makes a lot of sense. That does make a lot of sense. Where did that one person go? Whoops. Let me see. That's what I want to do. I will actually find something to help and see if we can transfer it into something different. So if you can get a quartz crystal, I'll do some research tonight and see if we can do that and see if it's a possibility of, that, energy of that jinn being transferred into another object, another vessel. So I will definitely look for that tonight for you and see what we can come up with. You could probably call it But I'll have to do some research and dig through my books, my grimoires, and see what I'm going to try to see what I can do. This is really interesting. This is really, really interesting. So how do we feel about this? Hopefully good news. Hopefully good news. That's pretty cool that you're, that, you know, the dad, you know, is with the Masons and then the Jinn and then blah, you know, boom. That explains so much, Gustavo. That is so cool. Yeah, I definitely am going to do some research tonight and see if I can try to transfer the Jinn from the knife to something different to where you are. So that's actually that's a good idea. And that does explain your abilities then. Ask your dad. Let him tell you more and more and more about the Jinn. And see what is going to happen and see what comes. I mean, definitely let's see what happens and what comes. That is insane. That really is insane. I love it though, but that is still insane. You don't know the name? We'll find out. We'll find out. It's very easy. It's very easy to find out what their names are. So, I will try my best tonight to see what I can do. I don't know if I can. But yeah, try to get more information from your dad, from the other side about the Jinn. And then tonight, let me do some research on that and see if I can actually find how to, if it's even possible to transfer a Jinn to another object. But I honestly, I do not know. I honestly do not know because mine came already. Mine were just here. They were in the stone or, you know, in, you know, the doll or in the egg. A 300-year-old egg. Yeah. Another mission, I know. I'm like, yes, this is going to be exciting. All right, so we feel good about this. That was a lot of insight. That's a lot of freaking insight right there. That is a lot. I had no idea that your dad was a Mason. So good news, I hope. Yeah, that's good, my brother. That is good. Huh. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some research tonight because now my brain is like, okay, how are we going to get this Jinn into another... Gave him money? You gave him money? Huh. I would think that they would do like a different kind of money because they do have money like joss paper. You can burn it for the spirits, especially it's, you know, really popular over like in India and, you know, like different states, you know, like China and stuff. They burn, you know, joss paper with their petitions written on it. And you can do it for the Jinn too. So they're very connected to the Jinn with joss paper. So they do have money, currency on the other side, but it's in a different, completely different form. So, I mean, there is a possibility of paying the Jinn to move from one object to the other, but it wouldn't be real money. It would be, I don't even know what that stuff's called anymore, but it is, you know, a type of joss paper that you would actually, you know, offer to the Jinn to actually move. Just wait until I see you there. Who are you talking to? Just wait until I see you there. Good news. That was a lot of cards. Alright. Now I'm really curious. I'm really, really curious. I think we can do this. I think we can get the name, and I think we can get them transferred pretty much. I really do. Okay, brother. I have got to go eat. So, I will text you tonight, and just so I'll text you here in a little bit. No, the Jinn gave him money. Oh, so he got money from the Jinn. That's what it was. They like to, yes. They're very... generous. That's for sure. Oh, I like it. Okay, my brother, I am going to go eat. You can just hate me. You can give me insight. Okay. Oh, okay, my brother. I will text you here in a little bit, and we will find out if we can actually get the Jinn transferred over. So, does this sound good? Come to see you next year. I know, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. So, okay. I'll text you here in just a little bit, okay? And then we'll figure out how to get this Jinn transferred. Because I do know that there is, a specific kind of money that you can offer to them. I'll just show it to you. I'll send you a link. Does that sound good? My brother. Gustavo. When I come, oh, okay, yes, next year. Okay. Well, then I will text you here in a little while. Okay, brother? Brother. Okay, Gustavo, I'll text you. I gotta go eat. So I love you. Be safe. Stay healthy. Don't get sick. All of that. Candles are on their way. And I will see you, or I will talk to you here in just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna text you, brother.